We live in a world where the pretty and the normal looking people always has benefits. But what does pretty mean? Who decides this, and can you truly be pretty? Before we start this debate, let's define some of the key words. Beauty filter refers to appearance altering technology that people could use to make themselves look better and more beautiful. Social media refers to platforms online where people can post content of themselves and in general. And to ban beauty filters on social media is to completely criminalize the usage of beauty filters on social media platforms. Before we dive into our case, let us explain why we are doing this debate. In the modern world, social media usage has grown greatly, but so has the usage of filters to alter people's appearances. This could lead to misleading content, which then forms unrealistic beauty standards and misinformation that could deeply harm people. So how does the government want to solve this problem? We propose getting rid of all drastic beauty filters and completely get rid of beauty filters in sponsored advertisements. And by doing so, we stand with the right of people to feel good in their own skin. In this debate, I'll be exploring how unrealistic beauty standards are formed by beauty filter usage, and my second speaker will introduce the misinformation caused by filters. Our end goal for our case is to prove that beauty filters have done nothing but harm to people. So now onto my argument. I have one for you today. Firstly, it's about setting unrealistic beauty standards as a result of beauty filters. Firstly, imagine a woman coming home after a long day to scroll on her phone. She instantly sees tons of reels depicting different people of her age, happy and thriving and with perfect appearances. Smooth skin, big eyes, big lips. Firstly, who are these people watching? They are regular people in the working class, making just enough money to make ends meet. How would seeing all these privileged and happy people looking beautiful make them feel? They feel the pressure to fit the beauty standards. They think that maybe if they had longer lashes, shinier hair, or a sharper jawline, they would be liked more and given more opportunities. They want to be like these influencers, to have pretty privilege too, but they can't be. Why? Because these influencers don't look how they do either. Thus, the people feel hopeless, have low confidence, and this is one of the leading causes for mental illness and suicides in the modern generation. Jumping back to when I mentioned influencers don't look like this either, not only does this type of beauty filter glorify content affect the viewers, it also hurts the influencers and the posters of people who use these beauty filters. Once they begin using the filters, they feel they will always need them, or they may not be accepted or treated nicely. Do you see the cycle caused by using beauty filters? Unrealistic standards of beauty keeps changing are everywhere on social media, and many people feel insecure now due to not fitting these standards. In conclusion, beauty filters will cause beauty standards, which could really deeply lower people's self-esteem and and cause mental illness or other issues in the future. For this reason, we propose. Thank you.
Honorable Adjudicator, as the opposition, our team believes this House should not ban beauty filters on social media because these citizens have their own rights to choose on whether what they want to do with their own appearance, and government should not interfere with it since it is not their business. Judge, we prefer the counterfactual, where this House would not ban beauty filters and let the citizens decide on what they want to do with their appearance themselves. What we want is for people to be confident about their appearance and do not feel too embarrassed if and don't feel like they do not belong in this society due to their appearance. Judge, the other team said that this was an unrealistic beauty standards. However, this is not true because people have knowledge and they might know the difference between real beauty or an artificial beauty. So this won't really make sense. And Judge, our team strongly believes that citizens have their own rights to choose whether they want these filters or not. Now I would like to continue to rebut to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister said that these filters are nothing but harm. But if it really was that bad, then wouldn't the government already ban them? However, the government didn't ban them yet. So our team can think that these don't cause ultra harm since it is not banned yet. And also, she said that that normal women will want to fit beauty standards because if they see other people that use these beauty filters. However, then if they really want to, they want to use the filters too. It won't give them any mental harm since they can also look that way. So this doesn't stand. Now I would like to move on to our team's first argument about democratic freedom. Like I explained earlier, adjudicator, we strongly believe that people have their own rights and government should not interfere with these choices unless it causes massive harm that can ruin this whole world. Judge, we also want to say that these people have their own rights. They are noble citizens and they know what's best for them, and they must have a reason on why they use these beauty filters. So our team thinks that government does not need to interfere with this problem, even if it's a big problem, then the government should take action. However, they didn't, so we can assume that this isn't such a big problem, and there's no need to ban these beauty filters. Now I would like to move on to our team's second argument. It gives confidence and self-esteem to young people. Judge, many young people in this generation are discouraged with their appearance because they think that they don't look pretty and they want to be more beautiful. They are embarrassed to show their faces because they are discouraged that other people might not see them pretty, and it might impact their mental illness as well. These filters help them send photos or selfies to necessary places or just by fun, by not being embarrassed. And even if the government might say that having beauty filters might devastate young adults because they think they have to match a certain kind of beauty standards, our teams think that they will not be afraid to show their faces because they can also become more beautiful using these filters. So there won't be any big mental issues like I explained earlier. Judge, note that our team doesn't mean excessive makeup and unrealistic beauty standards, but just a clear face that according to different people's perspective are pretty enough to show without having big influences. And due to these reasons, government should take opposition should take the debate home, and I'm more than proud to oppose.
Imagine a world filled with people with excessive Botox, fillers, surgeries, all just because they're trying to look like someone they've never even met before but admire them through screens. We stand with the right for people to feel good in their own skin. I'd like to start with my rebuttals before I begin my argument. I have 3 rebuttals for you today. So my first rebuttal is about how first speaker of team opposition said that everyone should have free will and they should be able to use filters. Well, I believe that sometimes that it's okay to take a very, very small piece of freedom, like removing a feature on social media, if it harms society this much, as my first speaker has already talked about. Removing a feature to prevent millions of people feeling insecure, depressed, and pressured is a very, very small price to pay. And you also said that they have knowledge about these filters, that people use these filters. Well, you cannot say that everyone has that kind of knowledge because some very young children are on that platform and some people might not be aware of this. Even if they are aware, how could they know if someone is using a filter or not? And you also said that you can just use a filter too and be confident. However, some people believe that some of the influencers who use social media filters look like that in real life and believe that this is how they need to look too. And if they actually use the filter online so that they could be prettier online, it would make them feel so insecure when they meet new people in real life and know that, oh, I don't look as good as I do online. Now, moving on to my argument. Beauty filters on social media spreads misinformation. So, for example, you want to buy something, so you look at social media to look for reviews to see if it's worth it or not. You see hundreds of positive reviews, full of cleared skin, beautiful people who have used that product before. You're ecstatic. You're finally going to get rid of your acne and look something like those gorgeous, too good to be true faces you see on social media. You immediately purchase that product so you can finally have a chance at being pretty and filling those societal beauty standards. You try the product, but it doesn't work. Why? Because on the face of that product is a gorgeous model. But what we don't know is how many hours spent on her hair, her makeup, and the editing and filters which are plastered on her. Not only does this cause huge mental and physical health deterioration and hundreds of other irreversible harms, like my first speaker has already analyzed, but you also have to look out at the economic side of all of this. The cosmetics industry is now skyrocketing into billions, and social media plays an insanely huge part in this. People nowadays spend hours scrolling, trying to replicate the looks of what is now considered to be the new beauty standard, spending huge amounts of money on products they see make you less bloated, your features sharper, and make your skin clearer, and getting disappointed because of the misinformation on that platform due to filters. In conclusion, filters harm not only self-esteem and mental and physical health, but also harms people economically and also spreads misinformation. That is why I can never be prouder to propose. Thank you.
If government wants a world where they want everyone to be truthful with their identity, they understand the world wrong. We think that the world is free to choose, but mostly beauty filters are very useful in such situations. Two things you can expect from my speech today. First, rebuttals in our team's last argument. The main rebuttal I want to make before moving on is that using beauty filters are actually too vague and unnecessary to be banned. Rather, we think that using beauty filters is okay currently. First, their main point of being misleading and that on such beauty filters it's a lie. However, we think that beauty filters are supposed to be there to shape your face of how you want it to be. It's not there to trick you or make you think that, oh, this will be my real face. It's not there to do that. See? And then there's this thing that other people would be sad when they have beautiful faces in real life and you do not. If other people are sad, they can use filters too, because if they use filters, they can at least get confidence from the camera. They can at least think mentally, oh, from the camera, oh, I'm pretty from the camera. Okay, I'll try my best to be pretty in real life too. This is what they think. They expect the people to be like, oh, I'm so ugly, even on camera. They expect people to be like that. It's not true. Then they say that beauty filters are very unnecessary beauty standards. If beauty filters are unnecessary beauty standards, we think that makeup is also very unnecessary beauty standards. We can conclude that beauty filters are necessary in such situations, which I will explain in my last argument. And note that this debate is not about the real life. This debate is about whether the government should ban beauty filters or not, meaning we should debate about if the government should ban beauty filters, and beauty filters, like they said, are camera filters that make you look better. And even though harm is formed on our side, harm on their side is bigger. This harm on gov is that it's discouraging without beauty filters. Moving on to my argument, which will be about that beauty filters are too useful to be banned. First, let me say that beauty filters are used all over the world nowadays. We use it on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, or whatnot. Yes?
Can you explain some harms on our side of banning beauty filters?
What? I can't hear you, sorry.
Can you explain some harms of banning beauty filters on social media?
Yes, absolutely. First, you say that it's discouraging without beauty standards. Without beauty no, you say that it's discouraging for people who are like ugly naturally, but your harm on well the main harm on your side is that because what because you keep saying like you should ban beauty filters because people will be like because people will think that they're ugly naturally, but actually if we use beauty filters then people will actually become happy with what they look like, but you never but you keep saying that they will be sad, so the ends don't match on your side, which is a major harm. Now, Judge, I really want to talk about why beauty filters harm people and that why they're not realistic. If they expect people to respect what their true face is, then why would this harm people? See, they don't explain deeply because their ends do not match. Small examples do not make a small change, therefore opposed.
Today, I have two classes for you in which I will prove why we win the classes. My first class is why do beauty filters cause harm? My team has stated that beauty filters makes the people watching feel bad and insecure, and there is a pressure from society to look good. This may lead to damaged mental health and insecurities, which can lead to extreme dieting, risky face surgeries, suicide, unsafe method, and dangerous product usage to try to look good. This is extremely important in this debate because it is clear how detrimental beauty filters can be towards people's mental health as they are pressured, which leads to a whole range of issues. And it is clear that there is no good to this, which is why we believe they should be banned. Now, what did opposition say to rebut us? They said that people have knowledge. However, sometimes people can't tell, especially with the rising technology and AI face tuning apps. It looks really realistic, and sometimes you can't even tell yourself. And celebrities in magazines, they are really well edited by professionals who spends hours kneeling down every single spot, which would be impossible to tell. And government and opposition also said that the government hasn't banned this yet. It can't be that big of an issue. However, it is really harmful. It's just that the government hasn't banned this yet, but it doesn't mean that it shouldn't be banned. And he also said that, well, people can use a filter too. If they see other people looking pretty, you can be pretty too by using a filter. However, that doesn't solve the issue. If you see someone look pretty and you use the filter, the next person who sees you will want to use a filter too. This causes a chain reaction of everyone using them, not solving the issues, but worsening the issues. They will also not know which specific filter to look like those celebs or other people's online, which further worsens their mental health. Now, the other two main point is that some people are embarrassed by their looks, and using filters can help them feel better. However, they will become insecure in real life because obviously in real life they don't look like that. They will isolate themselves, stop talking to people in real life. But in a world where there are no filters, then all the celebs will actually look how normal humans look, real and relatable. Beauty standards are now way more achievable, and they're also more diverse, as people don't try to filter themselves or shape themselves to look a specific way. This means that not only are beauty standards more achievable, but there is a more range of diverse beauty standards, which is great for everyone. And filters are a short-term fix that will eat them from inside out. Why do we win this clash? Well, we have clearly proved how detrimental beauty products have been, and we have clearly shown why a world of no beauty products would be better. Moving on to my second clash. Why does this set unrealistic standards and misinformation? Well, my team has stated that people can be lured into buying products because they think it makes them look good. And it's not that the models look good. The models use extensive filters to advertise these products. This causes people to spend so much money and time trying to buy products. I would like to add an additional layer of analysis that say that this is actually misinformation. To deceive and exaggerate the effects of a product because it's disguised as a beauty standard or norm. And it was blamed to the users saying they're just not pretty enough to use this product. The misinformation of selling products is illegal, they should be too. But the opposition has responded by saying, beauty filters are there to shape your face. Well, shape your face into what? It is there to shape your face into the beauty standards set by people also using filters. This makes people, and you also said that it makes people want to look better. Yes, of course. But lots of beauty filters are unachievable. It's not having a better lip color. It's more like changing your face, altering your skin, and making your eyes look bigger. This is why we British class, because we have proved how it set unrealistic beauty standards and how beauty filters are there to cause more harm than good, which is why we are proud to propose.
Panel. Isn't it clear that if government bans the use of beauty filters on social media for all users is simply blocking democratic freedom? In order to make a more democratic place, we should allow people to use beauty filters on media as it provides freedom, confidence, and is found useful. Our team believes that beauty filters are not something that has to be banned, but something that is quite useful in society. In my speech, you can expect two things today: our team's first clash and our second clash. First, I'll share our second clash, which is all about what is better for the citizens. Our team believes that it's better for the citizen because it provides freedom. Because it's freedom, so they can choose what they want to be look like. But also it provides confidence because in real life, if you use beauty filters, and you would look at the camera and think, ooh, I look pretty here. So I could use that confidence in real life. It gives you the power and the bravery to do the same thing in real life. But without beauty filters, you will only think that you are not useful in society because of that filter. Because something never exists of that filter. So you can actually have mental illness because you were not satisfied with your look. Also, it's also important to citizens to have beauty filters because this beauty filter satisfies and makes satisfaction for those people who uses beauty filters. Because if you use beauty filters, you might feel very good and you might feel your self-esteem has boosted up and shoot to the sky. But if there is no beauty filter in this world, maybe then every people will lose their confidence, and some influencers who also use beauty filters sometimes in order to create content might also sometimes lose their money because the beauty filter is gone and they cannot use the filters to make fun and daily content. Now, moving on to our second clash. Our second clash is all about why this beauty filter is not harmful. People are not dumb. They can decide on whether to take cosmetic surgeries or just stay the same. But the opposing side keeps saying that these filters encourage people to take bad cosmetic surgeries. But they keep believing that cosmetic surgeries is a bad one. There are also good cosmetic surgery companies where they can shape whatever you want. Also, they think that this is very harmful. Then, if it's so harmful, why didn't the government ban it right now? If it was so harmful, as like they said, they would cause suicide or many more mental illness, the government would have banned it right now. But in the status quo, no, they didn't. So if the government didn't ban it, it means that it's not harmful and it's very good. So. And also, they say that those beauty fillers are there to trick you into doing bad stuff, like. Yes.
So the government hasn't banned it yet because in this debate we're arguing for the government to ban the usage of beauty filters in social media. So your argument about how the government hasn't banned it. Okay.
Even though the government is going to ban it, like you said, it might have not been why. It might have not been a reason there's gonna still plan. We don't know the plan of the government. But if we see right now, the filters are gonna be safe. Now going back onto my speech. They also said that this lowers their confidence instead of boosting your confidence up because they said they're gonna think when you do the beauty filters, you're gonna be very sad because you don't look like it and you can never be But like I said before in my first class, it can boost up their self-esteem and make them think that they're still good at their look, and they can somehow improve their look in better ways, such as using skincare or natural products. Also in here, because it's not harmful, it can be useful. Because it is useful, we can use it to make money or do many or have influences. And due to all these reasons, I am more than proud to propose.
Educator, at the end of the day, our team has proved to you the reason on why we should not ban these beauty filters, which is that, and we have provided you with 3 strong arguments, such as people have their own freedom to choose what they want to do, and these filters give confidence and self-esteem to people for their appearance, and it is also very useful because it will help people to become more positive in their actual life. Judge, we have proven to you on why we shouldn't ban beauty filters, while the government team continue to just say that it spreads misinformation on ads, but then there's no such cream that is like so perfect that'll take all your wits and pimples away. If this actually happened, it will be like on the news, because there hasn't been any cream that could actually ever do that. So people will know that these people who appear in ads are models, and this is not really true. And the models just use like makeup or beauty filters. People will at least know that, even if they can't tell, even if they cannot tell the difference between filters. And the government also said that they want people to be able to feel comfortable in their own skin. However, some people don't, and I'm not saying this to be negative, but some people are really desperate to change their appearance because of certain reasons and some people have trouble feeling that they are still beautiful in their own skin. So this does not stand. And they also kept on telling the opposition team that their idea on solving the problem doesn't work. However, they don't give their own opinion on how this could be and how they can solve the problem in a better or worse way. And due to all these reasons, opposition should take the debate home, and I'm more than proud to oppose.
I'll be starting with my rebuttals. I have 2 for the opposition team right now. They're both for the third speaker. Firstly, you said that this is a matter of the free will for people to use social media, to use beauty filters on social media. But we believe that sometimes it's okay to take away very small pieces of freedom, like removing a feature on social media if it harms society this much, as I said in my first speaker's speech. Removing a feature to prevent millions of people feeling insecure, depressed, and pressured is a very small price to pay. And secondly, you also said that self-esteem is higher when you see yourself with a filter. Self-esteem skyrockets, maybe short term, but if we look in a long-term sense, they may think about how they look in a filter and yearn for it all the time, resulting in insecurity, and this could lead to risky surgeries or mental health issues. And this is very detrimental for people. So now let's hop back to the main speech. In this debate, we have explored the themes of mental health, societal beauty standards, and misinformation or misleading content. Our arguments were how beauty standards cause unrealistic beauty standards. We showed that once people see lots of content with beautiful filter people, they could feel insecure about their natural looks. Influencers who use filters can also feel the need to look how they do online for acceptance, and this creates a beauty standard which neither the influencers or viewers can reach. And secondly, how beauty filters can cause misinformation and mislead people. As we proved that people are lured into buying products that by influencers that look beautiful using the product, but the influencer uses filters which lie to people. We disproved all of Op's arguments by proving that there are no good beauty filters, and when they do appear good, they're only short-term fixes and will be harmful long-term. And overall, they are a spread of misinformation and insecurity, as well as unrealistic beauty standards. And for this reason, we could not be prouder to oppose. Thank you.